Oh, don't.
I feel terrible, Jack.
What?
I got a lousy laugh and ruined your whole evening.
Lucy, please.
You hate me.
I never hate people. I'm a nice guy. I've always been kind and considerate.
Yeah, well, that's what Jessel said the last time you wore that suit.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, will you stop crying?
I can't help it, Jack. Mothballs.
Now stop being silly, Lucy, and please do me a favor.
What?
Go change and come out dressed the way I want you to.
Well, all right, Jack.
For that, I got dressed like this. What a nut. Well, it'll take her a few minutes to change. So in order to fill in the time, I'm going to tell you one of the funniest stories. I think it is. One of the funniest stories I've ever heard. As a matter of fact, it was told to me this afternoon by the man who operates the sound boom. That fella right over there. Charlie, do you mind if I tell that story you told me today?
Oh, no, Mr. Benny. Go right ahead.
Thank you. Well, it seems there was a woman who was riding on a bus in Dublin, you see, and she was sitting there with her baby in her arms, and there was a man sitting beside her. What?
The man wasn't sitting beside her. He just got on the bus.
Oh, that's right.
And it wasn't in Dublin. It was London.
Well, anyway, this fella got on, and he kept looking at this woman with her ugly baby. And finally he said to her, "Madam, I hate to tell you this, but you have the ugliest baby I have ever seen." Well, naturally, the woman was very upset at a thing like that, so she got off the bus.
No. She didn't get off the bus. She just sat there and cried.
Yeah, she was so upset when the man told her she had the ugliest baby he'd ever seen that she sat there and cried, you see? And then finally she got off the bus.
No! She didn't get off the bus. She was crying so hard the driver put her off the bus.
All right, the driver, what's the difference? The driver put her off the bus, and while she was sitting on the bench holding her baby and crying, a fella came down the street and said to her, "Madam, what's the matter?" Well, she was crying so hard she couldn't tell him. So the man thought she'd feel better if he got her a drink of water. So he went into the drugstore.
It wasn't a drugstore. Wait a minute. You're going to tell a story, tell it right. Now, here's how it goes. When the fella got on the bus, he said to the woman, "Madam, I hate to tell you this, but you have, without a doubt, the ugliest baby I have ever seen." With that, the woman began crying so loudly that the bus driver threw her off the bus. Well, she sat down on the bench with the baby in her arms, and she cried and cried until another gentleman came along and asked her what was the matter. And she said, Then, thinking she might feel better if she had a drink, he stepped into a pub and he came out and he said, "Here, madam, here's a spot of brandy for you. If you drink it, you'll feel better. And look, I also brought a banana for the monkey." That's the way to tell a story. Big comedian.
I don't know why I hire people with talent.
Stay tuned to get a free pen from Granite Stone.